Welcome to Stayf Draws. I'm Stayf, an illustrator and animator. And because it's almost Easter, I'm going to draw an Easter bunny. We're going to draw the Easter bunny by using this book by Preston Blair, and I already made a review about this book and another book, and if you want to see that video you can press on the I, and I leave a link in the description box down below so that you can check out that video. And he already has a page about drawing bunnies, and we're first going to study them and sketch them all, and after that we're going to make our own Easter bunny based on the principles of Preston Blair. So let's get to the video. I already made several videos about drawing cartoons, but we're first going to draw, well, maybe this bunny is nicer to draw. So we're first going to draw the action line, and an action line you use to get your characters more dynamic. It's a bit of the spine. So we're first going to draw, and I'm going to draw it a little bit bigger on this paper, and I'm just using a pencil and paper. And you can do this on any paper. You can also draw this on an iPad or in Photoshop, doesn't really matter, but these are just the basics of drawing a cartoon rabbit. So this is the action line, and the character is built up from global shapes. So the head is a circle, but it's a little bit squashed. And underneath you see a pear shape, and that's just the body. And when you look at the head, it's divided by guidelines. You use those guidelines to place your eyes and the nose, because where the guidelines intersect, there you'll place the nose or the snout of the bunny. And then we go to the next step, and that's adding some more detail. And as you can see, the rabbit has cheeks, and these are round shapes as well. They're just like little circles, and this circle is smaller because it's further away from the camera. So this cheek is bigger, and you're going to use the same principle for the eyes, because these eyes are almost to the left, and you can place them here. And what I most of the time do is place an eye in between, but these are two eyes in between. So here's one eye, and you can draw the other eye up here. Then we're going to place the snout, and that's a little circle. And I drew it a little bit too big. And then you have the arms. And with rodents, they also have a bigger leg, and it's a bit like an oval shape. You can use this for drawing cartoon or rodents in general, because here's a squirrel, and he has the same kind of legs. Here's just a basic shape of his paw or his foot. And this is just a little practice, And after this we're going to draw another position of this rabbit, but then in a more dynamic pose. And there's of course also the tail, and it's just a little oval. And also going to draw in the ears, and they're a bit like balloon shape. And you can always use your eraser, you know, to get rid of some lines. And now we can draw in the details. When you look at the ear, there is a little shape. It starts here, and then you can just draw it like this. He also has some hair on top of his head, and this ear you see from behind, so you don't look inside it. So we're just going to leave it like this. And the rabbit is looking to the left, so you can draw in the pupils. And he has a little wrinkle, and that always helps to make him smile a little bit more. And it's in the same shape as his cheek. And we're going to draw a little nose and his little smile. And he has tiny teeth. And then his underlip. And because it has some fur, you can draw some fur with some simple strokes. He also has a little bib, and it is divided by, his bib is white and the rest of the rabbit is a little bit more gray. And he doesn't have cartoon hands, so it's a little bit more of a realistic rabbit. So he still has paws. And then we come to his feet. They're divided by 3. And I can draw this a little bit bigger. And just erase this part. And you look at this foot from the side. And then the last details are his whiskers, and you can just draw them very quick. And also the tail, and it's a bit like a cloud-shaped tail. But you use the base of what you've drawn to place these things. And then of course you can, you know, color it in a little. You can of course do this in Procreate if you want, or draw it in Photoshop, or just do it on paper. because you always have a pencil and paper. And I'm just drawing this on print paper. Now I'm going to draw the same rabbit bun in a different position, and I'm drawing it in Procreate. And I first make the action line and then the big shapes like the shape of the head and the pear-shaped body, and they're all following the action line. And you know, with sketching you just need to figure out where everything has to go. So sometimes you just have to erase things, like with the legs, and the tail is overlapping the right leg on the back. And you just start out with the basic shapes and then draw in the details. And when I'm finished with the sketch, I'm adding a new layer in Procreate, and there I'm going to do the inks. And in the inks you can even refine your character more. And on the separate layer I'm just doing the colors, and I'm using the drop color and adding some shades to the color as well. And this is the final piece, and I'll share this file through Dropbox, and I'll leave a link in the description box down below so that you can download the Procreate file. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like it, please give it a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel. In that way you won't miss a single video. Drawing is fun, and practice makes perfect. See you next time. Doodles! If you want to learn the basics of drawing, just press on the videos. There are playlists, and they're the first videos I've made on this YouTube channel. There's one about drawing basics and another playlist of drawing cartoon characters in 5 steps.